Good evening, everybody. This is Vonda Evans, and we all have heard by this time that Kevin Samuels has passed. And Kevin Samuels was a person who was very, very opinionated. He had his own idea about what he thought relationships were like, and he gave it from a male perspective, okay? Not necessarily a female perspective, but what he believed that many men felt about women who were older in the dating pool. And he gave his assessment of what many women think about themselves that are over the age of 35. So rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. Tonight, I want to tackle his last post, which reads, if you have made it to 35 and you are unmarried, you are a leftover woman. You are what's left. Men know that there is something wrong with you, whether you want to hear it or not. Six figures or higher, 35 and unmarried, something is wrong with you. That's what men automatically come from. That's where men automatically come from. And basically, obviously, that got a lot of attention from men and women. Now, let's look at what he's basically saying is that if you are 35 years old, unmarried, what men? Well, let's define what men he's talking about, okay? I would dare to say not all men, but men who are uh, older men who are uh, very self conscious about themselves, insecure, men who are insecure about who they are, how they look. These are the category of men that he's talking about. Okay. So, an insecure man, if whether he's rich or not, wants to be with a younger woman so that they look up to him. They're in awe of what he has accomplished in life. They're mesmerized. They look good on his side. When people see them out, they give him a nod and a wink. You're that guy. Why? Because he's with a younger woman. That woman's job is to be fit, funny, and fun. That's it. Okay? Because this is an insecure man. He needs his ego fed. See, the biggest thing on him is his ego. He needs that to be fed. And who better to do that than a younger woman? Now, when you start talking about women who are over 35, let me just say this to you, and they unmarried. There are multiple categories. Let's talk about our women who, they're not educated, but they got businesses. They raised two or three kids by themselves. They had to do it. All they had was me, myself, and I. Okay. They didn't get their business from being on their knees or laying on their back, but they hustled every day. They learned how to braid hair. They learned how the newest techniques in makeup, the newest techniques in computers. They did what they were supposed to do. Okay. And as a result, now this is a successful woman or a woman who is start to go to school. You go to uh, with me, lawyer, that's 8 years of school, doctor's 10. So you're not really accomplished until you have 5 to 10 years to build your business. So the fact that you were not concentrating on being married does not make you less of a woman. It does to a man that's insecure. But see, a whole heel man, he wants you on his team. A whole heel man, that's a man who is healed. That's a man who does not define himself by the woman that's on his arm that she got to be 36, 24, 36. He's looking at what that woman can bring to his life. And let me tell you something about an older woman, a woman over 35, she ain't left over, she's seasoned. Let me go there. She ain't left over, she's seasoned. Okay, she know what she bringing to the table. She's bringing life experience. She's bringing her career. She's bringing her wisdom, her religion. She's bringing something to the table. Okay, let's be clear about that. So a whole healed man want her on his team. Now let me tell you about a man that's insecure. He want her on his team when he broke, when he's facing a health challenge, then he want to go be with a younger woman. Look at the men out here, okay? Men who have been bachelors up until they 65. I want to get married. You want to get married because you basically want a nurse. You ain't been wanting to be married. You've been wanting to run young women, but when I get 65, 70, I want me to have me older woman. So we can be their nurse, so we can get prescriptions filled, so we can buy the pens for them. No, don't nobody want that. So when you're talking about men, let's define that. But ladies, let me tell you what y'all need to do. See, this is y'all problem. Y'all keep going to the same market. Y'all keep wanting to go to that same market and get those pig feet and black eyed peas. Listen, you gotta enlarge your selection of men. You might gotta go to some sushi. You might gotta go to some different kind of man. But you so hell bent on having a Leroy that you can't consider that there are other men in other races that would be honored to have a seasoned woman in their life. But I can't do that. You listen, okay, you probably beyond having kids. Girls, look, stop. The only thing that many of you have gotten from black men is a heartache. And you keep going back to the same thing over and over again. Girl, try something different, okay? Stop always going to the same market. You got to be diverse. Here's the situation. You open-minded in the boardroom, but in the bedroom, you limited it to Leroy and Charlie. That's your problem because you won't go outside. You'll consider any type of innovation in your business, but you still choosing the same kind of broken man because he got good sex. That's all he got. He ain't doing nothing else. He got good sex and he make you feel good. Listen, girl, it's more to life than sex. Okay? I know for some of y'all, sex number one. Okay, there's more to life, like security, like someone who actually is not broken, who is a healed whole man, who wants to be able to bring a woman like you on his team, to have you by his side. Look, baby, I don't care how you look. I want you on my team because I know what you got. Because I know if I pass you the ball, you're going to catch it. Because you've got experience, because you seasoned. See, that's what a whole healed man wants. But you limit yourself. Because I got to have Leroy Charlie. That's it. I got to have that. And as a result, many of you are disappointed in what you have. So when he made that statement, I agree with that statement for men who are insecure, who are broken men. If you have made it to over 35, a man will say something is wrong with you, whether you want to hear it or not. That is what a broken man thinks. That is what an insecure man thinks. Okay? So when he was saying that, he was talking to them men. But ladies, you got to get beyond that. You have to broaden your horizons. And the telling thing is that in the industry that you're innovative, you will consider new options. But when it comes to your dating, you limit yourself to the type of men that you are willing to date. And you keep getting hurt emotionally, some of you physically, and some of you financially, because you are trying to get a certain kind of man. You got to broaden your horizons, ladies. You got to be willing to do that. As a result, your criterion has to be, I'm the queen. Okay? I'm seasoned. I'm bringing something to the table. Now, the type of man that's going to be with me, he can't complete me because only God can complete me, but he can compliment me. And what he's looking at is the way that I carry myself. Forget that money. He's looking at the fact that he meet me on one day and he said, "You want to come to my place for what?" No, I do not. Because men are hunters and men want what they can't have. And so what you got to do, ladies, is erect boundaries. But y'all so red. Oh, girl, I seen that print on him. Forget about that sex. That's why you in a situation you in thinking about that sex. Let that alone for a minute. But I want you to consider when you meet someone. You know what I'm saying? And I know they might be fine and you just like, oh, I want to be with them. Slow down. Okay. And what you need to do is you need to start having some boundaries. No, you can't come over my house at no 1 o'clock in the morning smelling like liquor and what else because you've been out with your boys. No, you can't do that. You can't slide in my DMs. You can't do none of that. We're not for that. But the thing about it is that a man will tell another man, "Oh, you can't do that to her." Well, man, why don't you go over your girl house? Shoot, it's midnight. I can't go over there. Why? Because you've trained him. Why? Because that's what you expect and that's what you will tolerate. Okay? He will tell another man what you will not allow him to do because you've erected boundaries because you respect yourself. But if I say that he gonna go be with somebody else, baby, let me say this to you. If a man want to be with another woman, he'll say he going to get some loaf of bread, meet her out in the car, have sex with her, get the loaf of bread, and come on back home. Stop thinking that you going to sex a man to death to so much that he can't be with no other woman. That's a myth and that's a fallacy. And you need to grow up, okay? That's cartoons. If a man want to be with a woman, he going to find a way to be with her. I don't care if you have sex with him 4 times a day, okay? That's just how it is. But what you need to be able to do is start to say in your business, there's certain things that are deal breakers that you command, you demand. You know, some of you do hair. Well, if you make an appointment with me, you know, you got to give me a credit card. And if you're 20 minutes late, I'm going to charge you a fee. Why? Because you didn't come on time. But you'll let a man tell you he going to pick you up at 9 o'clock, don't come till 11 or 12 o'clock, and you say, "I'm ready." Where you been? But in your business, if they 15 or 20 minutes late, you lock them down. And as a result, everybody running to your business. Why? Because she don't play that. Oh, you want Vonda to do your hair? You got to be on time. She demand a credit card. She don't play because they respect your business savvy. But Tyrone and them, they supposed to be here at 9 o'clock. They pull at 11, 12:30. I was going to go out, but I don't feel like it. I'm going to lay up with you. Okay, I sure want to go out. We have to stop doing that. We cannot have rules for our business in that we have boundaries, but we will not erect them in our personal life. Okay? That's what I'm saying to you. You have, but you're so afraid. Well, I am a little old. I got a couple pounds on me. You know, if I act like that and say, you know, you can't come over at a certain time, they're not gonna never come back, or they ain't gonna call me. Then they wasn't for you no way. Bottom line, they wasn't for you no way. Bye. Okay, that's it. But ladies, because you over 35 does not mean that you are leftover. It means that you're seasoned. And for all the hell that you have been through to be where you are financially, educationally, business wise, how are you allowing a broke down, insecure man to impose his will on you and break your continence and break your spirit? I see more women going into the workplace and they ready, but they broken. Baby, I don't care how much weave you put in your hair, how much makeup you are. Let me tell you something. You can't hide your brokenness. But you a barracuda in that boardroom, but when it come to that bedroom, you a pussycat. And you keep getting the same thing over and over. It's time, ladies, to say, this is the kind of man I'm going to date, open your horizons. Don't limit them by the color of their skin. Okay, that's number one. Number two, what is it you want from your man? Okay, what's really important to you? For me, you do not have to have as many degrees as I have, but you will not live in your mama basement. You will have a car. Okay, you will have a checking account. You will have a savings account, and you're gonna at least have a couple $1,000 in there, because you can't be with me. You can't. Ain't no reason for you to even be on my car lot. We Mercedes Benzes. We Rolls Royces. You know you shouldn't even be on this car lot. You go on here on them with them little Toyotas. Okay? You going on because you know you ain't even supposed to be up, because you ain't got what it takes. Stop entertaining these people that want to take a test ride. Ain't even got a good credit score. Can't even think about getting on Rolls Royce or Mercedes. But you entertaining them. Girl, y'all gotta stop. And stop allowing people who are broken. I don't care. They could have a million, they could have a $10,000 suit on, diamonds and pearls, to tell you, to define you. Stop letting broken people do that. You got to let only what God define who you are. You have sacrificed, busted your ass to get where you are in your business, and to let a bum come by because he got some good sex and to break you down is shameful. And you got to stop allowing that. Broaden your horizons, start making boundaries. And let me tell you something. You're going to get the kind of man that you want, but you got to believe that you're worthy. You got to believe. How am I worthy? Because of the way that I conduct myself. Because I ain't got to let you see everything before you get a hold of it. Because let me tell you something. Everybody, oh, look, I wonder what she got on under that. But you all got it all laid out. They already know what it is. They test drive in the car. Going to their mama, going to their grandmama house. Damn straight they ain't got to buy no car. Because they got you test driving. I'm sorry. It's time for you to have boundaries. Consider dating out of your race. And if that person does not meet the qualifications of what you think is important, then you cannot entertain that. Well, I'm just going to play with him until I get my good man. Then he slip up and sex you so good, you stop looking for your good man. Why? Because you entertaining bums. You entertaining bums that are not worthy of your time. And I don't define a bum because of what he make financially. I'm talking about a bum who don't buy. If you're 35 and you ain't got your own house, you ain't got your own car, and you living in your mama basement, or you living with your friends and you ain't got no car, you are a bum. You got a 500 credit score, you're a bum. You're a bum. And you don't belong. You don't deserve that, because you are a seasoned woman who deserves the best. You have demonstrated to people in your industry who took you for granted, who respect you, respect your craft, and here you are entertaining a bum because you want some good sex. Ladies, we better than that. It's time for you to show up and show out. Have some standards. Consider dating out your race, and allow those men to meet you where you are, like you do in your business. Kevin Samuels, thank you for challenging us to open our eyes and to understand. Listen, we are not leftovers. We are seasoned women who are not going to tolerate or entertain anything that we do not deserve. Sign off. This has been Vonda Evans.